Being beautiful inside and out is what makes a woman timeless. Using a cosmetic range makes you look good, right? But using an ethical one makes you look even better. Think about that. That's why I'm so very proud Timeless Women have collaborated with Delilah. Delilah is an award-winning British beauty brand, loved for its luxurious yet effortless approach to modern makeup, including being named Best British Makeup Brand for 3 consecutive years. Delilah products are designed to bridge the gap between skincare and makeup, combining skin-loving ingredients with high-performance formulas, right, that enhance natural beauty effortlessly. Now, these days, I'm starting all my days with the amazing Wake Up Eye Perfector, which is a great base for any concealer. Really hydrates, really softens. It's really fun. And you do feel awake. You look awake. You look like, I've had 20 hours sleep. Fabulous. What I really love about Delilah is that they're cruelty-free, vegan, and a certified B Corp. You know how important that is to me. I love animals. I adore animals. I love them and I hate how humans treat them. Delilah has been cruelty-free since day one. No compromise, and is proudly vegan and PETA approved. Delilah is committed to creating better beauty and kindness, responsibility and transparency. And that's why I'm so thrilled to have them on board. Just go to delilahcosmetics.com. That's delilahcosmetics.com, or simply follow the links in the show notes here. Check out their absolutely incredible, amazing range. I know I keep going on, but that's how amazing they are. Check out all their amazing products, including the best-selling Wake Up collection that blends skincare and makeup seamlessly to create glowing, radiant skin. Very lightweight as well. Easy-to-wear formulas, designed for everyday use and for everyday confidence at any age, darling. Timeless, you might say. And remember to be sure to use the promo code Timeless15, which is only for this podcast, not for any other promotions that Delilah have on offer. It's Timeless15, which will get you 15% off fully priced items and non-sale products. That's delilahcosmetics.com. Delilah Cosmetics, all one word, lowercase.com. Hello, Mike. Did you get my messages?
Yeah.
Voice. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, you. Look at your sunglasses. Very cool.
Oh, yeah. Wearing sunglasses today. That's for sure. Very sunny here.
It's nice here too. I was just saying to Mike, could have been in the garden, but...
Oh, you could have been in the
It's supposed to be
garden,
white in the
Elizabeth.
garden.
Well, hello, darlings. Welcome back to Timeless Women with me, Collette Cooper, vocalist, musician, actor, and of course, activist. And in this podcast, I talk to amazing, independent, inspiring women. Yes. And of course, it's powered by the brilliant Delilah, a cruelty-free cosmetic brand, which I absolutely love. This week, I'm talking to one of my very new best friends. We've only known each other for a couple of years, but I've always loved her work for years. It's the filmmaker and actor, Elizabeth Healey. I only have amazing, inspirational, beautiful souls on my show, all women. I might get a few guys on to talk about who their favourite women are, and really powerful, strong, go-getters. That's who I love. Do you know what I mean? And you're definitely one of those because you've done so much. I mean, crikey. I mean, first of all, you know, you're an amazing actress and director. You know, you also produce stuff, everything. We'll get to that in a minute. But what I love about Elizabeth as well, she's also a scientist. I mean, you know, what a great mix that is. A scientist. I mean, did you wake up? Well, just tell me, let's just go back from the roots. What made you want to become a scientist? Because when we're at school, we always have, you know, these dreams and think, oh, we want to do this, we want to be an astronaut, we want to be, you know, did you go, I'm going to be a scientist, rule the world?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all.
Okay.
Isn't it funny? Sometimes I actually always wanted to be an actor.
Right.
Really young age.
Yes.
But never really vocalized that or knew how to go about that, and you know, I was good at science.
Yeah.
I was doing well in that world. And you just kind of progress, don't you? You do
Yeah.
your exams, then before you know it, you get an offer at university, and then
Yeah.
you do that, and
Yeah.
then you find yourself on that path, and then I got to a point where I thought, I'm not sure if I want to stay in this, and I kind of made the switch. So,
Yeah.
and I started exploring that. So I think, but I don't think anything in life is lost. I think you just
Oh,
learn, and it
absolutely. Yeah.
gives me an understanding of human behavior
Yeah.
and what goes inside your brain, what goes on in your brain, and
Yes.
how.
Because it's
And
neuroscience, isn't it? You studied
yeah,
neuro.
and I just think we're all really and this comes into what you do.
Mm.
I think we're all really programmed to tell stories,
Yes,
actually.
that's what I'm saying, and that's what I
Yeah,
love about you because you are a storyteller like me. We love to tell stories. I tell it through my music or my playwriting or whatever, and you love to tell stories, and you're brilliant at it. Do you know what I mean? There's some people who just aren't very good at it. Actually, they'll go, "Oh yeah, I've got a story, and what happened? I went to the bus stop. Anyway, yeah, then I got home at 11 o'clock, and you're like, is that it?" But
yeah, but I can't tell a joke. I'm so bad at telling jokes, so don't put that pressure on me. I can't do it. The pressure of that is too much. But I think
but
there
I
is,
love your storytelling.
but I think there is something about the power of story to change people, to the
Absolutely.
connecting head and heart. And I think
Yes.
sometimes when you make that connection, you can really, it sounds a bit patronizing, to educate people. I don't mean that, and
I know
make
what you
people,
mean.
raise people's awareness, and then they can think
Absolutely.
about things slightly differently.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's really, and people are infinitely fascinating.
Yes. They
Love
said,
watching people, and
I know.
that's my source material, if you like.
But just going back to what you said as well, when you said it's not to be patronizing, absolutely not. I mean, it's great because there's so many things we learn every day. And we think, oh, wow, thanks for having a different perspective on that because I never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
So it's really important. And as storytellers, it's great to, in a way, um, raise awareness and just to show a different perspective, a different angle on situations. And I think that's a really good thing. That's
thank you.
well done. Brilliant, absolutely
Yeah,
brilliant. There's
yeah,
one story that I absolutely love that you did. I'm Still Here, the documentary about the homeless that you did during lockdown, which which was highly acclaimed, won several awards, and you co-directed that, didn't you?
yeah,
And
amazing.
I just think that was just a great thing to do, during lockdown especially.
Yeah.
Um, and tell us more about that because I know, but tell us so that the listeners know more and and where to go and see it, where they can still see it, because
Yeah,
it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, Elizabeth.
thank you, darling. Well, I have to say, it was one of those things that came along by accident. I think for like a lot of us, when lockdown happened, a lot of our work finished or
Mm.
stopped or on hiatus or whatever it was, and I found
Yeah,
myself in a situation. And somebody asked me to get involved in a small charity at that time called Under One Sky, and it was literally going out onto the streets, just handing out bits of food and drink, and kids would have made brownies, and they were just looking for people to help on the streets.
yeah,
And at that time, it was a really small little group. Um, but I don't know if you remember, but there was this thing called the Everyone In scheme. The government was saying we're going to get all the homeless people off the streets into the
yeah,
hotels. All the hotels were empty, but
that's right.
that wasn't actually the reality. And
It,
there
it
were
didn't
loads,
it didn't materialize, did it? So
no,
weird. Yeah,
no, and there were hundreds in central London on the street. And the guy who was running started the Under One Sky, called Michael Yule Iverson. He's a wonderful, incredible chap, and really, he's one of these people who just doesn't say stuff. He just gets it done. He's
yeah,
an
my
amazing
kind of
chap.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, and he sort of galvanized a few people to do this stuff, and the um, the Guardian got wind of what was going on, and they followed a couple of the folk around who were handing out food, and realized there was this real problem on the streets of so many people were just there. Not only were they hungry, they couldn't get access to fresh water
I
because all the
know.
toilets were shut, all the churches were shut, all the restaurants were shut. So that kind of infrastructure that always kind of supported people had just gone. Anyway, so the Guardian did this incredible article, and then suddenly lots of people volunteered and donations started coming in, and it became the charity suddenly could do much, much more. And at the time, I was sort of a volunteer, and another guy called Frank Vissers was also a volunteer. He was a wonderful guy from New Zealand, cameraman, worked in war zones, all sorts of things. And Mikhail put us together and said, "Do you want to kind of do us a little video?" Anyway, what happened was we ended up filming from the beginning of lockdown all the way to the end of lockdown. And
Amazing.
we had all this footage, and ultimately it became the documentary I'm Still Here.
It's
And we
fantastic.
had so much help from so many incredible people,
Mm.
whether it was editors or, the launch, we had a launch party in Soho, which was like extraordinary people like Michael Hennigan, who does all the parties and PR for
Yeah.
Choose Love and all these celeb parties. He came, said, "Well, I'll help you," and other people came on, "I'll help
Oh,
you."
isn't that wonderful?
It was great. Jade Jagger said, "I'll help you." She
Yeah,
helped. She got her father along to the opening night. It
that's
was
right.
just, so many
I
good
love that
people.
photo of you and Mick Jagger. Producer Mike would love that.
I mean, just people came and they were really aligned, and off the back of that, it got into quite a few festivals and
Yeah.
and then into
And where can we
radio
still see
nights.
it? Where can we still see it?
It's on Prime still.
Yeah,
It's
great.
on Amazon Prime, but we've put it free on YouTube. We want everyone to see
Great. I think everyone
it.
should see it.
Yeah,
But the festivals, it got a lovely award at the Rain Dance Festival, didn't
yeah.
it?
It got a Spirit of Rain Dance Award. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's just about understanding that the problem's still there. It's
The
very much.
problem's still there, yeah. But what you did, I think, is absolutely
Well, I
just
mean, all I can say is it was.
commendable. It just
Thank you.
honestly,
I did very little,
that just
really, but
blow me away, especially in lockdown. Lockdown, we did, well, not something similar, but we did a film called Keep Fighting for the NHS. And do you know
oh,
what? I'm so sad
did you? I
that
didn't know.
I know I'm so sad that I didn't know you then, because Elizabeth's become my new best friend because I absolutely adore her. And we've known each other now for a few years, but we didn't know each other through lockdown. We wish we
No.
had, because you would have been in it. So we did a film called Keep Fighting for the NHS, and it was to raise money and awareness for any particular charity that your heart was close to. So it could have been any charity amongst the NHS, cancer, diabetes. But what we did, so I wrote and directed it. Producer Mike produced
Amazing.
it, and we also had a wonderful friend of mine, Pip Gill, who came on board to co-produce and help get the talent on board. She was very instrumental in it indeed. So I started off writing the treatment, and I got the idea. Well, do you remember the boss bitch fight that was going around? The very high tech film that was going around, short film that was going around. Everyone was, they shot it through lockdown. They shot it on their phones, and it had people like Juliette Lewis, Cameron Diaz, all the
Oh,
big American movie stars. But it was super high tech. Can you imagine what America's like? So high tech. They were doing high kicks in the air, and what it was a dominoes effect. So you get Juliette Lewis, who would do this karate kick in the air, all these amazing CGI stuff. And then you pan into Cameron Diaz, for example, and she'd
yeah.
fall over, going as if Juliette Lewis had high kicked her. It was a bit like Kill Bill vibe.
Ah!
And then Cameron Diaz would do it to someone else. It was called the boss bitch fight. It was very, very, it was brilliant actually. It was very fun. And I thought, oh, do you know what? I want to do a British version, do it slapstick, no high tech, do a comedy version, get all the British actors involved and do a comedy version, and we'll raise money and awareness for the NHS, who at that time obviously was overwhelmed and struggling, right?
Yeah, 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 I
So
remember.
still are, what am I about? Still are. And so I got Maxine Peake to front it. So she starts off, Maxine Peake, who is absolutely brilliant.
But,
And then she does her, but ours is slapstick, so you can imagine hitting people over the head with some flowers. So I wrote all the script, and I got it to the actors like Olivia Colman, Sienna Miller, Pippa Warner-Bennett, Karen Bryson was in it, Catherine Drysdale,
amazing.
Emma Thompson,
Wow.
and I also got a couple of guys. So I got Alan Carr. Who else did I get right? Tom Allen and Fat Tony. They were the three guys in it. I got Anna Friel was in it. Oh my God! I mean,
Oh my
I was
God.
in it. I was in it.
Ah, of
I
course you
was
were.
the one who hit Olivia Colman with her Oscar. So you have to watch it because it's
Where is it?
it's very slapstick.
Where is it
Um,
on?
oh, you can get it on YouTube. I'll send you the link, and
Oh,
it's called Keep
yes,
Fighting
please.
for the NHS. But I'm trying to think who else we had in it. I mean, there was so many. Oh,
That's
um,
hilarious.
Amelia Fox, who you've worked with. Amelia Fox is in it. You, Samantha Morton. You know,
How did
um,
I miss this?
I know you should have been in it.
Missed it.
But Vicky
But I mean,
McClure, Vicky McClure's excellent. They're all. Do you know what though? They are all excellent. Every single one of them. Becky Atkinson's in it. Every single one of them is so
wow.
brilliant. We had some great comedians in it. Who was the comedians, Mike? The women? Angela Barnes, Rosie Jones was brilliant. Oh, we had Sarah Cox in it.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Joe Wood was in it. We had Pips Taylor. We got Pips in it. Um, Oh yeah, I got, of course, because I'm an absolute netball freak. That
Yeah,
as
we
you
both.
know, I got the England captain to be in it at the time. She was excellent. So we had all these amazing women, you know, and three amazing guys, and it was very, 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 very funny. So they filmed themselves. So they got the script, and it was so amazing to see
Oh,
these
that's
people
brilliant.
like Emma Thompson read my script. You know what I mean? Like, just short little scripts, and they filmed themselves and they sent the footage, and
Brilliant.
we just put it together, and we had a great editor, Charlie Lord Phillips, and we put it out there. And we raised over 10 grand, so it was great. So we
That's
raised some money. Our
wonderful.
original target was like 10 grand because I think Davinia Taylor, who was also in it, actually, Davinia, she did a run at the time for the NHS and raised 10 grand, and I was like, yeah, we'll raise 10 grand, but I think we'll raise more. But and Davinia was brilliant in it. But anyway, what I'm saying is, we used our time like you did to do something good in
Yeah,
lockdown.
yeah.
Um,
And you
you
get a
know,
lot out of yourself, don't you? I think that's what people don't understand is that actually
oh
by giving something, you
yeah,
get double back,
I
if not.
yeah, exactly. I absolutely love it, and like you, I love being behind the cameras. I love writing
Yes.
and directing, as well. I absolutely love
It's
that.
a buzz, isn't it? I never really realized what a buzz it was until I did my first short film.
Well,
And
which I
looking
want to
down,
talk about because that also won awards, didn't it? Your first
yeah.
short film, and that's about grief.
Well, it's a black comedy about
Yeah,
death,
yes, exactly.
which
So
is funny.
but which
And
which I love because um, it was, you had a humorous spin on it, and dark comedies are always like,
yeah.
I love them because I've got that sixth sense of humor. So, but it's always like, and it's just great. Tell us a bit more about that actually, because I love this film.
Well, I
To
mean,
how
I
to
suppose,
deal with grief is amazing, really.
well, it's sort of, isn't it? And like, I always think that comedy and tragedy are on a knife edge. I mean, you only have to look at
Absolutely.
Shakespeare to see that,
Absolutely.
And in the
Yeah.
most absurd, ridiculous, unbelievable situations you might find, there is humor within that. And
Yeah.
um, I'm half Greek Cypriot. I'm
Yes.
from
I love
Yorkshire.
that. I love a
And
Yorkshire half Greek
yeah, well,
Cypriot. I
that's probably
love
what we get
that.
on because we're a bit Yorkshire love,
Oh
aren't we?
yeah, we're Northerners, aren't we? My
You like that?
background's
Yeah.
Irish. Yeah, Northern Irish. You've got the
But it is
not
that,
Northern Irish, but a Northern girl from Manchester with Irish roots. But
there
yeah,
you go, there you go. But
yeah,
it is that moment when you think, I wanted to write something that almost you go through life sometimes and you can sort of collide with people
yeah,
and it might be a hard collision or it might be just a glance and
yeah,
they send you on a tiny different trajectory
yeah.
as if like snooker balls, and it happened because my father died quite suddenly and quite unexpectedly,
Yeah.
um, the details of which I won't really go into, but we we found that he was on life support and we had to go and turn his machine off. And
Yeah, oh
that
God.
morning we decided, and one of my siblings, we decided that and my mum, we needed to take dad back to Cyprus to bury him.
Mm,
And so suddenly the whole of the paperwork needs to be done. And we went to the registry office, which was in Humberside, and to register his death. And you go into the kind of holding area, if you like. There's births, marriages, and deaths, and they've got
mm,
different chairs. And you take a ticket like you're in a deli counter,
mm.
waiting to pick up your deli,
Yeah,
and you wait for the number to come up. And And when our number came up, we went into the office, and this guy, I think he was very well meaning,
Mm.
felt he could pronounce our surname. And it became this kind of thing of like he was sort of almost playing a game that I can do it. I know how to pronounce your name. I've lived with all sorts, me. I can always tell where they've come from. And it was this kind of idea of, and we
Love
were
it.
sitting there, what is going on? And then it was afterwards when I was sort of trying to pay for the car parking and we hadn't got the right money,
Yeah.
that a couple of girls came forward and I said, I'm so sorry, can you change this money for me? And one went, no, I can't, sorry, love. And the other one went, hang on a second. And she took my £2 coin that the
Mm.
machine replaced it with £2. And I
Mm.
looked at her, I don't know why. And she said, I said, thank you, you just made my life a bit easier. My dad just died.
Mm.
Complete stranger. And she looked at me and she went, bless you. And then she walked off down the street with a buggy and a cigarette.
Yeah.
And I thought that girl has just changed my life a little bit, just
Yes.
sent me on a slightly different trajectory. And it was
Yeah.
off the back of that, I thought, you know what? She's my angel today.
Mm.
She's just kind of given me shifted me just a tad. And that's all it took, really. And then every time I used to go out for a drink with friends, I used to tell them the story. Oh, you got to write that. I'm like, no, you
Yeah.
got to write that. And then one early December, I sat down here in this corner by the fire and just wrote the script. And it
Yeah.
all just came out in one. And that was the first thing that I wrote and directed.
I
Because
love
some
it.
me, I love your script. Should we do it? I went, do you mean you want to do it? And I said,
Yes.
yeah. And then we
And it
just did.
was really brilliant and it did
Yeah.
so well. And I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank
That's really
you.
good.
But I think it's very cathartic sometimes. Art,
Absolutely.
I really believe art is very cathartic and
Oh, it really
actually
is. So
we really
important to keep it alive. You know, we've got
totally.
to keep it alive. But I do love that about I do love how the Brits love a good dark humour. I mean, it's just so typical that when, especially us Northerners, right? You see it when somebody walking down the street and they could have a terrible fall. I'm not talking about an 80-year-old woman, by the way, but someone could trip up and have a fall, and our immediate reaction is to laugh. We're terrible. We'll laugh and then we'll go over and say, "Are you okay?" But we always find the funny side of things, and like you say,
Yeah,
in tragedy. Um,
yeah,
but no,
yeah.
art is cathartic. You're absolutely right. When we do need to, it's very important to keep it alive because, as you know, things are we're tough everywhere, but it's very tough in the art world.
Mm,
Filmmaking, TV, music, especially, and it's a really we're in a country's in a recession. The world seems to be in a recession. The world's in a recession, and it seems like arts are dying because it can't be sustained because there's no money. Venues are closing down, cinemas are closing down, theaters are closing down. The BBC are letting how many people
mm.
redundant now, letting people go. Thousands, I don't know, hundreds, is it, Mike? Thousands, thousands. So we have to kind of do our best, however that is, to keep that motor going, whatever that is, because as you know, I've got a lot of friends actors who've got BAFTAs and they're working in flower shops at the moment, or they're, working in Tesco's. And that's the reality. And the same with, musicians, if there's no money in it. It's very, 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 it's tougher now, I think, than it has been, definitely. So
I
by
think
keep
well,
going, keep
I
writing,
think,
keep finding a way to tell stories, keep
yeah,
finding a way to do things, keep finding a way to keep producing that art. And also talking about actual art, painters as well. Like it's probably been apparently, I had an exhibition a couple of years ago and it's a worse time
yeah. I came. It was amazing.
for thank you, my love. I mean, I don't consider myself as an artist in that way. I mean, I do conceptual art. I'm not like these great painters like my friend Lois, who's incredible, who was part of and
Yeah,
Tommy,
yeah,
who was
yeah.
part of the exhibition that night. I consider them true amazing artists because they paint, they draw, they're incredible. Tommy and Lois. I just mine's conceptual, which is fun. It's I guess it's interesting. I thank you for that. But it's been the guy who we worked with, the art dealer, and who put the exhibition on, was saying it's just been no one's just buying it because so every artist is suffering. So what do you think we should do, Elizabeth?
Well,
What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's an interesting time
Mm.
actually because we're this technological world that we're being plunged into, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
But it's interesting to me looking at where we're at and the amount of festivals that have just sprung up over the last 10 years. Like
Yeah.
there's festivals for everything.
That's
And
right.
I'm like, why is
I
that?
love that.
Because people are
Desperate.
yearning for real connection. And
Yes.
they want to be in the same space with other human beings. And as
Yes.
human beings, we're a tribe. We want to find our tribe. We want to be with our
This
tribe.
is what I
We're
was looking
not
for.
solitary animals, actually.
Yeah.
And we only survive in a community. And I think the flip side
Mm,
is that there is much, much more in-person stuff and people are seeking it out. You know,
absolutely.
I was lucky. I went to Latitude last year and I
Mm.
haven't been for a long time. Oh my God, the joy of just being in a field
With loads of people.
with Fatboy Slim going, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. We worked it out. I think I did 45,000 steps in 2 days. And it was
Amazing.
basically on one spot jumping up and down because we worked it out because there was so many, everyone was just together and the sense of community and enjoyment of the same thing and sharing the same
Mm,
thing.
mm.
And what I'm saying is, yes, we have all these challenges,
Yes.
but I think there is a real urge and almost like a turning the page, going, yeah, okay, that's for that, but actually we need this more. And I think there's a
Absolutely.
real connection for
Exactly.
live music, and I think
Exactly.
people are paying for it actually
Yeah.
in a different way, maybe not
They
traditional.
are. They are in a different way because you're absolutely
Yeah,
right. Because also because everyone's skint, years ago, well, a few years ago, you could go to 4 or 5 gigs a month. Now people go, I can only afford to go to one. Which one am I
yeah,
going to choose? So
yeah.
that is a role, that is a dominoes effect on the industry because people can't go out and at the moment afford to go out too many times to go and have a drink or to watch a gig or watch a play, or they just have to be very, very careful what they choose because they're watching, their purse strings, I mean, springs. Um, but what you just said is absolutely right because
Yeah.
people are so over the AI, it's everywhere. We're fed up of it. Fake news, AI, and also TikTok, all this. There's no connection. People, have been living on their phones. This is the world. The phone is their world and no one's getting out. There's no real connection. So the big research of something live, whether it's music, theatre, poetry, art, anything like you say about the festivals, there's so many popping up here and there because people want, as you say, that human connection. They're fed up and looking into this digital world on
Yeah.
their iPhones.
It's lonely.
It's lonely. They want real connection. They want to see live music. They want to see live theatre. And that is amazing. If you're somebody who can give that, then that's incredible.
But
And
you're
that's
so
what
good
we
at that,
should be
Colette.
doing.
You're brilliant at bringing people together. You
Yeah,
are
I love that.
amazing at that.
Bless
As
you.
like, come here, and there's no
Yeah,
go associated with it. Meet this person. Meet this person.
yeah, I
Maybe
love
that.
it.
And actually, it is. You get a huge sense of satisfaction from doing that.
Yes.
And you're brilliant at that.
Yeah,
You are,
I
and
love
that's
it though.
yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I love
think
bringing people together. I do, and I think now it's like you say, it's more important now than it has been for a long time. It's
yeah,
really, really important, and
yeah.
also
It
I've
makes us inventive, though. It has to make us inventive. So I was watching
absolutely,
by Vivienne Westwood the other day, and she was talking about fashion and
yeah,
like stop buying, buy one, buy less,
absolutely,
and choose it wisely, and
absolutely,
that makes you creative, and it makes you
yeah,
think what you want to wear.
yes.
She's extraordinary, wasn't she, in that world?
That's so
Uh,
true. Consumerism, forget all that. Just we
yeah,
don't need it. I mean, I just wear things over and over when I perform.
yeah.
I like wearing the same thing or might just inject something a little bit different. But last
Your
two
outfits
years,
are amazing. Where'd you get them from? They're
oh, well,
fantastic.
from I could pick them up from secondhand shops or my
Um,
friends made them or do you know what I mean?
Amazing.
Yeah, I actually work with an amazing designer called Amy, Amy Molyneux. She's amazing. She used to do PPQ and
Ah,
she's been silent for a few years. She's been getting on with other stuff, but now she's coming back to her stardom that she deserves. So I would say she's the best designer in this country. I think she's phenomenal. Um, so she's amazing. She always goes, "Oh, she's a northerner like us." Like, right, Claire, listen, I've got this dress for you. You've got to wear it because you'll look fantastic in it. I was like, "Yes, I love it, Amy. I love it." So I'm very into supporting her as a designer, and she's very into supporting me as an artist. Well, we're both artists, right? So
Yeah.
we're supporting each other, and I love that. She's regurgitating some of her work that she did years ago, and it's coming back to life, and she's just incredible. And so yeah, I love supporting her, and she loves to support me. That's brilliant. But I was saying, what also I find, which is important, and I know you'll find this as an artist, is I whatever I've decided, I got to a point in my career where I was like, oh, I'm just going to perform certain places, be choosy. Now, because of the way the world is, and as we just spoke about bringing people back together and connecting, and was so important, I will perform anywhere now. I want to perform everywhere. Not just that festival, not just that jazz club, not just that. I want to perform everywhere because I think it's so important because art, on one hand, has become very elitist, as you know.
Yeah.
You want to buy a theatre ticket, it's 360 quid. Come on. That's not for the Joe public. That's not for the working class. It's just not. Same with concerts. You go to some concerts, they're 200 quid a ticket. No, 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 no. I want to be able to perform at these little smoky bars, charge a
Yeah.
fiver, because people can afford a fiver if they're going out. Not every, you know what I mean? Or 20 quid for a bigger show in the West End. I don't need to charge £45. I want people to come
Mm.
and enjoy it. So that to me is very, very important now, is for everybody to have access to live music, to theatre. I want to be able to be part of that journey now, where if I put on a gig and I love to give a show and I love everyone to have a great time, that's what I do. When I go and do a show now, my main objective is I want everyone in the audience to have a great time. I'm not worried about whether I go off key or whether I don't, sing that note perfect anymore, or the band slips up. I used to be like that. No, it's got to be perfect. We've got to be, it's all about the voice or it's all about the band. You've got to do. No, not anymore. I want everybody just to have a great time. And if we sound great, which hopefully we do, then that's a
Ooh,
bonus. Do you know what I mean? But I want
yeah.
everybody just to sit there and just have fun, have a knees up, have a few laughs, have a drink. That's what's important to me now,
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
performing wherever I think I should, and to bring some, connection and joy to people.
How did
So
your gig go in Margate the other night?
we loved it. So
Ah!
Mike played the guitar. He stepped in because my guitarist wasn't available. But me and Mike, although we write together and we love writing music together, and we work together on so many levels. But we've never actually done a gig together. So we sit
Ah,
down a lot, and Michael get his guitar out, or I'll get on the old keyboards, and we'll write songs together, but we've never ever done a gig together.
wow.
And we had a really good laugh, actually. We even had a little quabble on stage, little squabble, uh
A
because he had
wobble
to,
squabble. What was it?
a wobble squabble on stage, because he's having to learn a lot of my own compositions that I'd written years ago before we met. So he's having to learn them, and he did brilliantly, because he's a great guitarist, right? So, but we just had a really good time. It was really great chemistry between us, great banter, and I want to do more with Mike.
That's so
Mm.
nice.
And it was nice. It wasn't. It
Just
wasn't
the two of
packed.
you? Was
Just
it
the
just the
two
two?
of us. It was
Wow.
just the two of us. Um, it wasn't a sold out gig. It was a Tuesday night in Margate in this coolest little venue called Justine's. Uh,
Oh, I saw it on Instagram. Looked really
Oh,
nice.
it's so cool. So it's a basement, and you go in, it's all smoky. You got tables. It looks like an old school jazz bar. Do you know what I mean? It's
Great.
really cool. Um, so yeah, we loved it. And as you know, we've got our own little jazz club called CC's, which is
Yeah,
which is loads of fun. Really want you to come.
I'd love
So
to.
yeah, so the next gig, I mean, I'm just planning other little small stripped down gigs, and I've got another gig at Pizza Express Live in October. But I know you've got to come and see us as well, by the way. You've got to come
Yes,
and
I
visit.
will.
You
Definitely.
100%. But
Yeah,
what
definitely.
but that's what I'm up to. The next plus I'm writing a play, and I know me and you are going to do something
We
together as well.
are.
Yeah.
We are.
So
We need to get that.
we
I've been putting
have
it in
to.
my diary.
We've got to. So been writing this play, and but that's not come to fruition till, yeah, I might try and do something at the end of the year with it. like just a rehearsed reading, but it won't happen till next year. But me and you have got to work together. And I know we've been talking about this for a while,
We
and
have to
we
carve out some
will.
time. We need to
Yeah,
carve out some time because we
yeah,
don't. The months just maybe
exactly,
autumn. Maybe the autumn should be the time where we just get it in the diary and
exactly.
get
But
some writing sessions in.
with all Elizabeth's like amazing CV, like she's worked with from Ewan McGregor, from Amelia Fox. I mean, she's worked with everyone. I mean, she really is fantastic. And she did a play recently
Yeah,
in the West End called My Builder,
my master builder.
My
Yeah,
Master Builder.
yeah.
And, you know, that was with Ewan McGregor, and she was just absolutely brilliant as always. And then what's your plans? What have you got? I know because you're writing at the
I
moment. And
am, and it's a project that I've been trying to work on for quite a while, but it's
yeah,
quite a tricky one. It's taking. I don't do things by halves, like Collette. I just
well,
don't
I
go.
love that though. Me neither.
It's. I'm trying to get my head around my grandmother's war story. um,
Yes.
which is a really, I mean, amazing story. She was, my grandfather was in the Yorkshire. He was small,
Yeah.
ginger-haired, little, and
Yorkshire man. I love
yeah,
that.
Yorkshire man. And she was from an army family in Pontefract, and they got married, fell in love, and they ended up in India, and then they were in Burma when the Japanese invaded, and my grandma Nana they had to evacuate within 2 hours. My
Wow.
grandfather went to the front line. They said goodbye, and she went with her child.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
They marched with other women and children through the jungle, out, escaping into the safety of India. So it's kind. I mean, the exodus is quite well documented. It was one of the so many people died on that trek. So many people. And she was lucky. She was early, and but the story that I'm building around it is about women and coming together, looking at different sort of structures in society, and ultimately it's a love story because it
Yeah.
does
I
end up.
love that. Yeah.
But it's yes, I'm trying to write the screenplay right now.
That's fantastic. And you
Love
will.
my time. I will. I
Well,
just
you are doing it. It's
I
not
am
you're
doing
trying
it.
to. You are
I am
actually doing it.
I am doing. I am doing. I am doing.
You
So
know.
that's taking up quite a lot of my time
Yeah,
because
that's great. I'm so
yeah,
excited. I can't wait
thank you.
to, witness that.
And then the
And
side
it,
with the films that are sort of in the background that I'm sort of helping produce and
yeah,
pulling together and that sort of thing, which I can't really talk about yet. But
no, no, but it is fun.
but
It is fantastic. You're
you
real.
keep yourself busy, and
Mm,
these things take time.
yes,
The
they do.
thing is, we as girls we kind of have to spin plates a bit, I
Yeah,
think.
that's so true. That is so true.
And
But also, it's very important to enjoy the journey.
yeah, which
That's,
isn't always easy.
no, it's not always easy. And also, we were always thinking about the end. We've got to get this done because it's going to, you always think about the end. Enjoy the
No, it's
journey because
need a t-shirt with that, Colette. We absolutely need a really nice t-shirt.
what, me and you?
No, like enjoy the
Oh yeah.
journey.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because
I
I
want
love
that
our
on a
tops.
t-shirt.
Yeah, enjoy the journey. Let's make a t-shirt because the thing is, the journey is so. And I always say this. I say this to Mike all the time. What's important is we have to enjoy the journey with anything from rather than just keep going. The end goal. The end goal. I want it here. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. It's
Mm.
so important to enjoy that journey. When you look back at your life and the journey of your life. And sometimes you think, "God, why don't I just stop and enjoy that?"
Mm.
It's very human nature is just to, especially when people like us who we don't do anything half baked and we're on it, come, we want to do this, we want to do that, got to do it. You forget about the process. But I'm looking forward to me and you doing something.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. We'll do it. We will. We
we
just
will
need to,
do it.
yeah, exactly. Because we're quite different in some ways and also very quite alike. So it'll be interesting.
Absolutely. Well, I just love hanging out with you, Elizabeth. I just think you're fantastic. You're
No,
just
me too.
such a great inspiration.
Oh, well, you
You're
are.
just such a beautiful soul. You've got a great outlook on life, and it's such a pleasure to have you on this podcast because it's
No, I've
timeless
loved.
women, and you are a timeless woman.
Well, that's very sweet. I mean, yeah, we should definitely get t-shirts of that.
Yes.
I'm a timeless woman.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
could all sell for charity.
Yeah, exactly. That would be amazing. I could talk to
And
you
on the
all
back
day.
have so are you.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I could just talk to you all day. So we
You
need
know.
to meet up, and I don't know what your diary's like, but will you come and
Come and sit
will you
on that
text me?
sofa right
Yeah,
there.
will you text me when you're ready to come and visit? We could sit and have some nice wine and sun. Will you
I'll
text
bring
me
the dog.
some dates?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love having you on. You're amazing. You're amazing. And also, I'm back at Larry's. I've got a residency there. So please
Yeah.
feel free. Please feel
That
free to
cocktail
come
I
and,
had was probably the
yeah,
best cocktail.
I
It
know.
was called a raspberry sour. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it was
Well,
so
it's so
delicious.
amazing, isn't it, there, Larry's? I
So
love it.
delicious.
So great.
Best
So
cocktail.
I want you to come as my guest again and come and just enjoy
Oh, yes,
yourself, enjoy the
please.
food, enjoy the
Thank you.
cocktails, and enjoy the atmosphere of that place is incredible. I love it so much. So
Oh,
yeah,
thank
I'm there at the end of the month if you fancy just come in and have some drinks. And Gail will be there again. So
you.
we
Great. I'll
love
be
Gail, don't we?
right
Um,
there.
I
Yeah.
love you.
All right, darling. Thank you so much.
Isn't Elizabeth just amazing? Isn't she? I love her. I love all the women who come on here, but she's just great, isn't she? And that's it for this week. Yes, but I'll be back next week. Thanks, as always, to Delilah, our collaborators. They are, of course, the most amazing, ethical, cruelty-free cosmetic brand out there. And, of course, you also get 15% off your purchase with the code TIMELESS15. Go and grab it, seriously. Please also check out Nimble Cares. They're ethical cleaning products, which are brilliant. It's all about being cruelty-free on my show. See you next Tuesday. Mwah! Ciao.